Hi everyone, it's JoJo from Mojo Jojo Plants, and today we are doing some daily sheets for a daily planner, which can be used to help narrow things down each day so that way you're not getting as stressed and overwhelmed with your daily to-dos that you have. We are continuing on using some Live Love Posh sticker books in my daily sheet printables. I do have them linked down in the description below. Last week we started doing the rainbow. We did red through blue, and today we're adding in pink blooms and purple blooms so we can finish out that color. So this was from last week. We're going to do the back side of that page. And then I'm adding in some other sticker books that I haven't used yet from Live Love Posh, since that's all of the single color books that we have. So today we're going to go in with seasonally neutral. I completely forgot about this entire series because they're not with the rest of my sticker books. They're still in the box set. So we can go in with summer, and then that means I'll get to pull it out for the rest of the seasons too, because I completely forgot about that book. And then we have Chic Coquette. I don't think we've used this one in daily sheets yet. And then we have the new Blooming Faith. I've had this since it came out, and I just haven't had a chance to use it yet. So we're going to go in and do a spread with stickers from there. So let's continue on first with our colorful stickers here. And we're going to go in with purple because I like having purple after blue. That's just what makes sense in my head, and I think that's how the rainbow goes, but if it's not, that's how I like to do it. So we're going to choose and see which purple I have left. Obviously, purple is my favorite, so I think at some point in time I've used every single shade of purple floral in here. So we'll kind of just have to see what we have left. And we'll go from there. Okay, so the back is functional. I kind of like this set, but I also really like that set to keep. This set I've kind of used quite a bit of. I'm so sorry, I have hiccups. Why is it always right when I start filming? It's like, hey, do you want, let's use this one. Because they're literally the same. They've been used the same amount apparently. So let's just use that one. Okay, we're going to go in with these florals today. And then I'm going to go to the functional side of things for a second. And we'll pull out some of the functions. So while we're on this page, let's just go in. We're going to change this one to priority, so that way we just match everything that's happening in here. And then we're going to change this other one to tasks, I think. So let's add those to kind of just spiffy that section up. And then we'll go to the back where the boxes are. I'm going to go to the full size boxes. Apparently I've used both pages at some point. And then we'll go in with these. A little bit of a different shade of purple. That's okay. So we're just going to put them in the same color order that I had them in. And we'll lay these in here, kind of get us started there. Okay, yeah. Let's start with that, and then let's start getting in some of these. I have this cool, it's like a corner. It looks like a frame. I'm actually going to use this one on here because it's like perfect to frame around a box sticker. So we'll use that on that one, and then I can go in and layer later. I have this gigantic floral, which we love a nice big floral because that makes life so much easier. So I'm going to throw that in there, and then I'm going to trim off the remaining. And then maybe we'll use the remainder of this. Should we? Let's use it maybe up here. Put it like there-ish. Have a little bit more of that floral peeking through. And then let's go in with some layered boxes real quick. Lay those in there. Get some of each color. And then we can go up a size. Kind of get a few more. That way we can kind of have specific tasks in those sections. Okay, boxes are in, and now I think we just go in with the decorations, right? I feel like, and I am going to have to pull out a quotes book because this one does have quotes, or this book doesn't have quotes. And last time I just used rainbow quotes from Caliber Plan, and we're just going to find some purple quotes that we can stick in here, which makes it so much easier because then I literally just have to look for one quote, one color, and then we'll kind of let that decide the theme of our quotes. So we have happiness is homemade. What other purple quotes do we have? Let us see. Give it to me. Let's use this, strive for progress, not perfection. So I can add a little quote down here. Okay, and then we'll continue going in with the stickers here. I have this nice big flat piece, so I'm going to use this to kind of cover up this side over here. And we have one more, so I'm like, might as well. Just lots of pretty florals. Okay, I think that's it. We finished that page. Purple done. So that was purple blooms. Now we're done with the purple. And now we move on to pink, and we're going to do a horizontal version of that. And now we're going to do the pink blooms. So let's figure out which blooms to go in with. Ooh, I like this because it has these like little corner. Yes. Okay. I think I might have to do this one just because I saw that page. But we're going to look just for a second. Yeah, I think I'm going to use that one. Okay. Because I just have that vision of that. So I think that's what we're going to go with. Let me go grab my boxes first. So let's do the lighter, and then we'll do the medium on the bottom since I know I'm going to be layering those corner pieces. And then we'll do this hot pink. That hot pink in the center. Okay, then let's go to those florals real quick before I get too far. And so I want one to go, I could do this way for one. And then I have this other one. Got to figure out the best direction for these. I think I'm going to do this one this way. And I'm going to do this one this way. And as usual, somehow I rip. Why am I so good at ripping clear stickers? I genuinely don't know. We're just going to add it here, and then we'll be the only ones that know. No one else has to know. I don't know why I'm so good at ripping stickers. I'm like the queen of ripping stickers or something. Okay, and then we have these florals. So I'm actually going to try to do it half so I can do a portion of it down here and then the rest up here because we don't have a ton of florals to work with. So I want to get a little bit going down at the bottom here. And then we'll go in and we'll trim it. And I like doing it this way rather than cutting it without laying it down because it's easier to make sure it's straight that way. Okay, and then we can add that piece up there because that's really all we have. We have this piece, but I can't really see using that anywhere in here. So I think I'm going to ignore that, which is funny because apparently that's what I did with the other page too. But we'll just ignore that one for now. We're going to do a little bit of layering. I'm not going to go crazy like I did on the last one. So let's just add like a box maybe to these ones and then call it good. I don't think I'm going to do any there, but we can add a box over here to cover up that spot. So I'm going to go and grab that hot pink in a little bit of a bigger size, and this can be for whatever extra. And then I need to go find that functional page that has the words. And then let's do this, get it done. And then we're going to actually just layer on top of that. And then let's change this one to tasks. That way I have that there. Okay, I feel like we're done with that book. I am going to go and find some pink quotes now that will work in here. So let's see. I like this one. Well, actually, I kind of want a cursive font. So maybe we won't use that one. Gotta see. I kind of want something smaller. Thinking something smaller. Maybe a small one up here, and then maybe a flat one. I feel like I did see a flat pink somewhere, so we're gonna have to go and hunt it down. So we'll stick that little one there. And then I could have sworn I saw a flat pink one. Hopefully it says something that's good. Drink the coffee, do all the things. Okay, that one's a good one. I'm gonna hold on to that page. I thought I saw another one, but I could be tripping, so I might have thought that and it been a complete lie. Oof. No. Okay, yep, that was the flat one I saw. So we're gonna use this one. Drink the coffee, do all the things. I mean, that works for a page that's supposed to be about being productive, right? I feel like that fits pretty well. Boom. I love these. I need more like stickers like this that are just like the floral frame kind of vibe. I really, really like that. Okay, so I think we're done with this book for right now. And we're done with the rest of the colors. So we did all the colors. So flipping that over, let's go in with seasonally neutral. And we're going to go to the summer section and see what we have in here. So that's spring. So we have this set. And then I think there's a set that I have used. This little set. So I guess the question is, do we go completely neutral and that, or do we do a little bit of color? I kind of want to go completely neutral because then it'll match the theme of doing kind of like a one color. Does that make sense? So I think I'm going to try to do that. I'm going to pull out neutral boxes because I have neutral colors in here. And then we'll kind of just pick our shades of brown and we'll kind of stick to that color palette. So I feel like this one is a good option. So you got some nice shades of tan in here. It's kind of like a sand color. Stick those, and I think there's one more. Yeah, there's one more shade option. I'm gonna go with the really dark. It's like nice dark brown. Oh yeah, that's nice. Okay, I do have squares, so I am gonna get a square box because I have squares. And I guess we're going. Oh no, I want to go with this sandy color, this like light color. So I'm gonna stick a little square in there. Okie dokie, and then we'll start decorating around all of that with these tan colorings. To get these in here. I like it. It's like all kind of the same color vibe, which I think is really fun. I'll put some sand here. A little sand castle next to all the stuff there. Little ice creams. Throw those in there. I did not do layered boxes, so I do need to go back in and grab some of those. Just layer in a few. I'm not going to do a ton. That one. And let's go in with this one. Okay, I think that's good. There's another page. Oh, I accidentally pulled it out. Stick her right in here. I like this little fan piece. Okay. I am liking it. I like it. Now, I don't think there are any quotes that are tan. I can't think of anything that has, tan stickers for quotes, so I'm just going to go in with black. Yeah, this "you can do hard things." I think I'm happy with just that single quote in there. All right, now we kind of have a tan, and then now it kind of goes with our coloring, which is really fun. So now we kind of have the tan to go along with all the other colors. All right, now we're going back to a horizontal. So that was seasonally neutral. We'll set that book aside. Those ones are done. And now let's go in with Chic Coquette. This one's definitely more on that pinky, pink coloring side. It'd be cool if there was like gray in here, but that's okay. So let's see. I think if we're going to go pink, we might as well just go full on pink. I love this set, but I'm going to hoard that one forever, I think. That's cute. Okay, well now I want to use that. We're going to center our theme around this because that is really pretty. Okay, let's grab this sticker. I'm going to have this be this bottom section. I did see some washi strip type stickers. If I can find them again. There we go. Let's go with this little pink strip. Ooh. If I can get it. Okay. And then X-Acto knife. Trim off the rest of it. I think I'm going to put some down here. Just so I don't waste that little strip, because I feel like I'm never going to use it again if I don't use it now. So we'll put that down at the bottom just so we don't waste it. All right, I did see boxes in here, so we'll just go with these. And again, I'm going to stick with that pink vibe theme and maybe the gray. It's like a really cool gray. So let's go with this pink down in here. Stick that there. We have a light pink. We'll stick over here. And then we'll grab this gray color. I'll stick that in the center. So we kind of got our gray. And I am going to go in with a couple of layered boxes. I'm not going to do a ton, but I do want to layer a little bit. Okay, and I do have these word stickers in here again. Just going to go with the gray. Mainly just so I can pull in more of that color. Okay, so we have our functional in here. Now we kind of are basing everything off of that sticker. So let's see what else, because I feel like we can pull from really anywhere in this book to kind of get the vibe. So we'll add that little piece in there. I don't really feel like I want to add more shops. Feel like that's a little much, but we can add some floral vibes because this will match. And then that way we have a little bit more decorating going on in here than just that. And we'll save some space for a quote. I'm going to add in a few pieces of florals just to add a little bit more in here. That way it doesn't seem so lonely. I'm just going to grab this book since it's out already. I feel like, again, I need like a cursive-y font. This one, I just like that it'll fit in here nicely. So we're going to go in with that quote. Stick that in there. What else can we add? There are quotes in here too that match the vibe. I'm going to add in some pumps. because they're just so pretty not to add them. And then some little heels. And then I think that's, well, maybe, no, I think that's it. Okay, keeping that one pretty simple, but I really like how that one turned out. All right, flipping that over, the last book we're going in with is Blooming Faith. So we have to pick a vibe. Ugh, so pretty. This whole book is just like absolutely stunning. Part of me kind of wants to keep going with like the light colors. I really like this set. So far, that's the vibe we're going. Or maybe this one. I know we're doing a lot of pink. But all the other sets, I'm not going to lie, I kind of want to hoard. We're going to do this one because it's pastels, and then I can focus on some of the other colors that are in here instead of just that pink color. So maybe we won't use pink at all. I'm going to put this one down. This one's going to go along the side here. I probably should put the box first now that I'm seeing. I'm going to go in with pastel boxes because I think it'll just be easier. So let's pull out, we could pull out the light yellow that's in here. I can even pull out purple. So I'm going in with Pastel Functional Boxes Series 5. I think I'm going to focus on the purple that's in the stickers. So we're going to grab that out. I'm going to focus on, I could do green. I think I'm going to do the light green. And then yellow. I think those are the colors that we'll focus on for in here. And we're going to go with the more buttery yellow rather than the bright yellow. So that'll be the color palette that we're going to focus on for this whole thing. So now I can lay this piece in here without having to worry about having to lift it up later. Add that in there. We'll trim off the excess. And then boom, done. Just kidding. But we could be done if we really wanted to. I love giant stickers like that because it really just makes it easy to be quick with your decorating. Okay, we're going to stick that piece in there. We're going to stick a quote in here that matches. Okay, I have a couple of other flat pieces that we can stick in here. Well, it's not truly flat. It has a little bit of an offset on it, so I am going to trim that off. I don't want that. Get out of here. Okay, well now I don't like it facing that way, so I'll do it this way. But now I don't like that one all by itself. Ooh, but there's butterflies. So we can kind of add some of those in there to kind of fill in that space a little bit. Some little butterflies. I'm going to pull out some smaller functional boxes too, so I could do a little bit of layering. But I am going to put these butterflies in here first. I love butterfly stickers. Okay, and then let's grab Series 3. And again, pulling out those same exact colors. So we'll grab a purple. We'll grab that minty color. Used it a lot. And then we'll grab that more buttery yellow. So these ones are bigger. So I am only going to do one of each. So throw that in there. Throw that in there. Throw that in there. A couple extra places to lay some things. I don't have like the functional words in here that I had in the other books to match. So we just will leave the words alone. Because these ones are focused more on like Bible words. So, which is fine. But we don't have like to do and blah, blah, blah in here. So that is a-okay. So keeping that one really simple. Look at that. We didn't have to pull in any other pink. We just let the pink be there. Because I know we've had a lot of pink basically in all of the other things. All right, let me go ahead and get these punched. And I promised a little while ago, if you saw my video on a new punch that I got. We're going to try that out today. So I have this handy dandy Levenger punch. And I've just been having a hard time punching with my Happy Planner punch, so I am going to use this today. Now, I don't have tick marks on here for a Happy Planner, so I am going to have to look and see where I need to punch this. And to do that, I'm going to use another, like one that is punched that way, to kind of determine where I need to have these. Okay, I feel like right here is pretty close to where I need to be. And then the good thing is if I get this right, I'll go ahead and mark on here where I line this up, so that way in the future it won't be so hard. And because this is black, I am going to use a silver Sharpie. And I'm just going to put a little dot. I can always emphasize that later. So much easier than with the Happy Planner one. Okay, I feel like I line that up pretty well. This is the one that has been punched with the Happy Planner. Now the punches are a little bit different, but I think overall it will be better, and especially if I do the rest of them that way, it'll be better. All right, so let's take a look at all of our pages. So this one was from last week, just kidding. Okay, so we have the purple one. I love this one. We have our pink, finishing out our rainbow. And then we added in a neutral, which I love. I really wish I had gray stickers too, because then I could have just continued on with all the rest. And then we have the Chic Coquette. And then finish it off with the Blooming Faith sticker book. But there we go, you guys. New daily sheets ready to go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And I hope I'll see you in my next one. Bye!